All right. Come on in. 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 Let's talk about it. Come on in, everybody. Happy Monday to everybody. Listen, you know we do pop-ups, man. Don't act like you guys surprised, man. We pop up when it's time to pop up. Listen, man, how's everybody doing? We got to talk about this linebacker situation, man. We got to talk about the coaching situation because I really think, hey, let me know if you guys can hear me on this microphone. I got a new cord going in this thing. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. If not, I'll have to unplug it. But happy Monday to everybody. How's everybody doing, man? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. I'm up to send a link here in a minute, but we got to talk about a couple of things real quick. Okay, cool. Let me greet everybody real quick. Young Tony, what's the word? What's the word? Kamasi, what's the word, family? B. Jones, what's the word? What's the word? Christian, what's going on? I know you got some. I know all you guys got something to say. So I'm about to hit this link in a minute, man. We about to get it popping up here. But hey, Christian, thank you very much. Listen, I really want. Hey, what's up, family? Frank, what's the word? I wanted to come on because I think, man, people be so lost in the sauce, man. I did a commitment video about USC's latest commitment, and you guys see the title. Rob Ryan recruiting plan, no guesswork. It's all gas. You know why? Because Rob Ryan knows exactly what he's doing. How are some people going to question? I saw where some people said, oh, he's just a 3-star, the new guy we got, right? He's just a 0-star, a 0-star. Look, has anybody watched the film of this kid? That's what I want to know. If you watch the film, I can argue this. I can argue that he might be one of the best linebackers in the country. That's how highly I think of him. I don't care about a 3-star. And I told you guys this a long time ago. It's USCJ recruiting. It's USCJ judgment on this. I'm not, look, I do my own evaluation now based on what I see. I don't go on nobody else's evaluation. The proof is in the pudding. And not only that, you're talking about Coach Rob Ryan that has over what, 20-some years of experience in the NFL, and somebody's gonna question that. Come on. Look, they were all in my comments earlier today, man. Jay, he's a 3-star. He's not ranked. Man, please stop. Look at the film. You know what I wish? I wish somebody would look at the film first before actually making any type of judgment call or not evaluating it. When you don't evaluate it, it's crazy. Let me greet some more people and we're gonna open this up. Hey, what's up with you, family? How you doing? Hey, I'm shaking my head too. It is absolutely insane. And so look, when you look at the recruiting class right now, and there were a lot of people that asked me, they said, Jay, is Talanoa Ely, is he still in play? Absolutely, he's still in play. They just recruiting on a high level. And I want you guys to think about this. I hate to name any other teams, dynasty type teams, but don't forget about USC, some of the greatest teams, man. Whether it's having Ray Maluga, whether it's having Keith Rivers, whether it's having Clay Matthews. I mean, Brian Cushing. Think about all the guys they had on the team at one time and how phenomenal some of these guys were. Look, it's nothing wrong with stacking classes and getting the talent there. But we're going to open this up, man. Here it is right here. Here's the link right here. We're going to open this up. So you guys come on in, man. We might be on here maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. It just depends on how you guys call in, man. I just want to specifically kind of deal with this. Young Tiny. Oh, let me get this in here real quick. Young Tiny, what's the word?
What up, bro? What up?
Man, how you making it, bro?
Man, I'm solid, bro. I love it, bro. Hey, don't listen, man. People don't be knowing what they talking about. Look, bro, in my backyard. The little young homie in my backyard. I've been knowing about this little cat. You feel me? He go to Cajon. Same high school as Jaden Daniels, DeMonte Casey. I can keep naming them. You feel me? Right here from San Bernardino. He's a baller, bro.
Bro, I saw his film, man. And I can argue this up and down. They can say whatever they want to say. He looked just as good as anybody in the country right now.
I mean, man.
Bro, he closes on the ball so fast. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I like how is he not even rated? I don't get it. I don't know where they getting it from.
Because he probably ain't with all them national camps, and he from the Dino, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So he probably ain't went to all them national camps, and you know what I'm saying? He just balling where he at. He stayed home. He balling where he at. He letting his film speak for itself. So you know they get lost in the sauce, homie.
yeah,
Like
yeah. No, no, I'm already knowing like his film and even his body though, bro. Like I was looking at some of his pictures. Like I don't know if the weight is wrong on that, but he don't look like he's 205. He look like he look like he got some size on him. And to me, I think really what speaks volumes is that fact that Coach Rod Ryan actually went after him. Like this is a Rod Ryan guy, a guy that was essentially not on the radar. But look, man. But I can guarantee you, watch how many teams start recruiting this kid. I can guarantee you.
exactly. And
I
how are we
guarantee you.
questioning Rob Ryan? You know what I'm saying? We sit here and we praise that, oh, we got Rob Ryan, but now you question him at the same time. It's just backwards to me, bro. So I ain't
Yeah,
worried about them lost in the sauce, folks, man. We will fight on. I love to pick up. Like Fred the veteran just said in the comments, Clay Matthews was a walk-on. You feel me? Like, hey, these
man.
dudes don't be knowing what's happening, man.
Man, there's so many guys that's been walk-ons. There's so many guys, and then think about guys like Lofa Tatupa that came from Maine. Like
Come
this
on
kid,
now.
bro. Um, this kid is really a baller, man. Like everything that he does, it does. It amazes me that he's not even on the radar as much. But I'm
Who is
excited
that?
about what they're doing right now.
Who is that? Oscar Lua from Indio. He was a 3-star baller.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
come on,
yeah.
man. Don't let
Fact.
that star stuff get you, fam. Hey, Trojan Nation, don't let that star system fool you. You feel me? Don't
They
let it
they
fool you.
they tripping. And so look, man, and to 24/7 Sports, they got them rated as, and I'm gonna let some of these other calls come in a second. But
Yeah.
24/7 Sports got them rated as a 0-star. That is the most lost in the sauce rating I've ever seen in my life. But look, man, hey, think about what we're doing in the class though. Xavier Griffin, Sean Scott. Everybody know what Sean Scott is able to do. I'm so thrilled about him. And I don't know what to do. He has a prototype size, and a lot of people are talking about him going to the edge. But I heard that he's going to be playing at the linebacker. But I think he's
As
the
a
type of player,
linebacker.
yeah, middle linebacker, wheel linebacker. I think he's versatile enough to do it all, though. But I'm
Instead
gonna
of
take some.
instead of cele- okay, go ahead,
No, no,
fam.
no, 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 no. Go ahead.
Instead of celebrating, you know what I'm saying, the recruiting momentum and all this, I also seen people in the comments like, oh, well, I hope he don't decommit like Brown. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, it's
Hey,
just, I don't
hey,
know, bro. It's just
I'm gonna tell
weird.
you, it's weird. I'm gonna tell you, I don't have time to answer them lost in the sauce, kid. I'm not even.
Exactly.
When I see it, I
Exactly.
just keep scrolling because, like, first of all, bro, it tells me a lot about where your mindset is. Like
That's
you
what
can't
I'm saying.
are you so and you got the anxiety just popping all in your stomach. You can't even celebrate the current victory right now.
That part.
You think about you move all the way over to talking about I hope he don't decommit. Bro, he just committed. Why are you
He
bringing
just
up
committed.
man, it's
Exactly,
crazy.
man.
It's
Stay
crazy.
positive, man. Brown is an afterthought. Salute to him. He doing what's best for him, but he not hurting our recruiting class. We
Absolutely.
gonna keep it pushing.
And it sounds like with Brown, and then I'm gonna take these other calls. It sounds like with Brown, it was kind of a mutual agreement. I don't know if
Yeah.
USC went after somebody, but no disrespect to him. I like him though. He looked like a Juju Smith-Schuster to me. I
Yeah, I
told
like
you guys,
him too. But
yeah,
you know,
yeah. So it is what
what
it
you want
is.
me to get off or you want me to stay on? Just what you up?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch. Hey man, hey, bro, come on in, bro. I always be seeing you on Twitter. Tap in, big dog. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna take some of these other calls real quick.
All right,
Sometime when I
do
be
your
having too
thing.
many on,
I'm in the
it be
chat. I'm in the chat, bro. I'll be
okay.
in the chat.
All right,
All
fella.
right.
Christian, what's the word?
Yeah, what's good, man? True. I'm gonna piggyback off that. I heard the same thing that you heard about, what I'm saying, Brown today that basically he went to that camp and they moved him up to a 4-star school, started reaching out and he wanted to take visits. So USC told him, consider yourself decommitted then. Since you ain't locked in. So hey,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
but what's crazy about it is the same people that's complaining about the linebacker that we got today. They don't realize they were the same ones complaining about Brown because he was a 3-star. And
Bro, hey,
then, and then he went to the camp.
Christian, mind you, Brown has 42 offers. You get like
Right.
how you gonna have 42 offers and he's not a good player? Are you kidding me? But
And
shout out to
then
Brown, man.
yeah, and then it's gonna be the same way. Like if you look at it, USC was the first big school to reach out to him because we seen his talent, how good he is, and everybody was like, "Why are we going after him? He's a 3-star." But then he go to this camp and ball out. They take him to a 4-star now by else one. It's gonna be the same with this linebacker. Our
Yeah,
coaches are able to see the talent that's there. You know what I'm saying? Looking past if you got a star or not to bring in the right players that fit your system, and that's what it takes. And looking at this
yeah.
kid, man, in today's college football, you need linebackers who can run and get from side to side and come downfield and make plays, and that's what he got. He is explosive, and
Bro.
he is a great tackler, and he can get sideline to sideline in a hurry.
Christian, I'm not just saying this as a homer or being a homer. This dude, the way he closes in on a ball, the ball carrier is really kind of ridiculous. Honestly, it's like, but he's so violent with it though. When he makes contact, it's like this dude really he runs through a guy. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a linebacker like that in a long time. Like, in your opinion, and I'm gonna take another call. How do you compare him, this linebacker, compared to some of the other linebackers that we've seen, in a while?
Man, like I said, I like this kid, especially in today's football. The way he's able to close that sideline to sideline, he can get there. And what I love about our coaching staff is we're going after certain players that fit the system. Like it's calculated, right?
Yeah,
We're looking for a certain style of athlete at certain positions. And as you can look at it, even the gentleman that committed yesterday. Again, someone who can go sideline to sideline, someone who
yeah,
can cover, get out in the flat. Like big ups to Cobb and Emac, but that's where we kind of hurt it. A linebacker was able to get to that sideline to sideline, that
yeah.
athleticism and being able to cover. And these coaches, like, it's a methodology to what they're doing, and they not missing.
And I don't think people understand that they're looking for a certain type of skill set. Everybody that they're recruiting, even some of the ones that are coming in, Matai coming in this year. This is a guy that can absolutely run sideline to sideline. He's getting ready to come. He's 6'3", but the kid can go from sideline to sideline, and he's a beast. And he's super athletic. I think they're looking for very athletic guys, man. And we're starting to see something, man, that's really evolving with this coaching staff, and it's straight up go time, man.
Yeah, the big thing is about college football today. It's all about getting players in space offensively, getting players in space, spreading people out, right? So the days of the big 240, 250 linebackers who stiff and can just come downhill and tackle is over. Like if you can't run sideline to sideline as a linebacker, drop in coverage, be able to be flexible enough to cover some tight ends, it's gonna be hard and successful because everybody's going to their spread out, getting their players in space and spreading you out. And
Yeah,
and the linebackers got to be able to go sideline to sideline as well
yeah.
as come downhill. And so that's the players that we're going for. We know if we want to win a national championship, the coaching staff know you got to go through an Ohio State team who's gonna spread it out, right? Even Georgia, the days of teams it's very few teams who just gonna try to pound you, line it up and just pound it out. Most teams offensively want to play in space. They want to spread you
Absolutely.
out and they want to play in space. And in order to defend that, you got to have some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is that the Big Ten, it's not a Pac-12 type of offenses. You know what I mean? Like where they just flying everywhere. So you still kind of want the big physical linebacker, but you do want guys that can go sideline to sideline because at the end of the day, um, guys are still going to try to stretch the field. And you want guys that can go from place to place. I think personally, he has the perfect frame. If you look at him, they said 205. They got him listed at, but to me, he just looks bigger than that. I don't even know where that 205 is coming from. I looked at it. I had a picture blown up. He doesn't look like he's 205.
And think about it, he's a junior going into his senior year. This is when most kids hit their stride and put on the most weight. He's
He's
going to be training. By the time he
yeah,
gets to campus, he going by the time he gets
215,
to campus,
215 easy.
yeah,
Easy.
yeah.
And that's what Riley Pettyjohn. Matter of fact, he's bigger than Riley Pettyjohn. I think Pettyjohn was at 6'1", 6 feet. Is he 6'1" or 6 feet, 215? So they'll be quite of the same size. I think they had him listed at 6'2". So yeah, I think he's straight. But I'm gonna take these other calls, man. Any last thing you want to say?
My big dog, y'all be blessed.
Okay, fam. I'll give you a holler.
All right.
All right. Brian, what's the word?
What's going on, Jay?
Chiller, man. Chiller. What's the word?
Oh man, I'm glad they picked up. Listen, you need kids like this in your class, man. Kids with a chip on their shoulder that's underrated like this to come in and to camp with something to prove, man, and to push those 5 stars. I love a kid like this, man. You know, the underdog that's going to come in there and really work hard every single day. Why? Because he was never thought of as being one of those top recruits or 5 star or 4 star. Like my man was saying earlier, it's because he didn't make it to those camps or move to a different part of the county or the city to go to a private school, doesn't mean that he can't ball, man. So
Yeah.
I like the pickup. I love it.
No, I love it. I love his skill set. I love the way he moves around. And, you know, dang, I meant to put that up here. Rivals has him listed. I meant to post that on here. Rivals has him listed as a 3-star. For whatever reason, 24/7 Sports has him listed as a 0-star, which is insane, which is ridiculous. Like I tell everybody, man, and I'm gonna continue to kind of say this over and over again because I think so many people are just so tied up. You know, I really don't believe a lot of fans, some fans, I don't think they really look at film and study film. If they did,
Right.
they wouldn't make these comments. They wouldn't make, you can't. That's the first thing they look at. I've seen some 5-star. I've seen some 5-stars that are ridiculously overrated that look like they are 1.5 star.
The thing about it, though, Jay, is when you got a coach with that much NFL experience, they know they have an eye for that type of talent. You know, even when the regular eye, you know, or the untrained eye can't see it, the unexperienced eye can't see it. They see it. You understand what I'm saying? That was how they fed their family. That's how they eat. So when you got a linebacker coach like Ryan that's going after this kid, no matter what type of star he going off of. Hey, look, I see something in this kid. This kid got potential. You know, he's truly a hidden gem, and we're going to offer the kid. As you can see, the kid, you know, took the offer right away. So
yeah, well, you talking about San Bernardino, you know, not far. That's the IE, and look, man, like I said, I told a lot of guys, there's a lot of people this on this channel that look, if you're in Southern California, you do want to be a part of the Trojan family. A lot of these guys were just waiting on like Sean Scott, Tom. These guys were waiting on everything, the structure to be in place. Now we have structure in place with the NIL, the general manager, Chad Bowden, all these things. Listen, man, like it's open season, and and I'm gonna ask you this question: How do you feel like? Do you feel like that guy jumped on it within a matter of 5 days? He was just offered 5 days ago. Do you feel like these guys are not waiting anymore? They just started to jump on it because we got about 7 spots left, I guess, because this is 28. I thought we were taking 35. Shoot, maybe 40. I guess I don't know.
Well, you know, that can work both ways, Jay. I can see them jumping on it because they figure, you know, the class is filling up. It's not that many spots left. And they can also see the vision. They see that SC is finally serious about, you know, going after the homegrown talent, putting them priority, and possibly, you know, jumping on these offers while it lasts. Unfortunately, you know, when you're not ranked that high, you do have to go ahead and make up your mind and take advantage of an opportunity that may not be there down the road. He might end up, you know, I'm not. This is no knock on San Jose State or San Diego State or anything like that. But you know, if he don't jump on an offer like this, you know, it may be his last big offer.
I don't know though, man. I mean, looking at that film this season, it's kind of hard to see him.
But what I'm saying is this though, Jake. He didn't have any other big time offers like that. It took somebody like Ryan and maybe even what's the other guy they brought in, Savage, that's assigned to that area to go in there and look at film and say, hey, look, this is actually a good talent. And because he hasn't been on the circuit, he hasn't been, you know, in these top leagues. He might have gone unnoticed. And then next thing you know, 3-4 years down the line from now, we see this dude going in the 4th round of the draft, and we never even heard of him. Think about that's
a great point. It happens a lot.
Think about how many kids that go in that draft, man, in the late 2nd round, early 3rd round that we never even heard of, and next thing you know, they end up making a squad somewhere, you know, getting a decent contract. So those kids right there, man, you know, they don't come around that often, and when they do, you know, you just have to jump on them. My only thing is, I don't want to see what happened is Same thing happened with that Brown kid when he messed around and got offered by SC and picked up that 4-star. Then all of a sudden he opened up this recruitment. I don't think that'll happen because he is a homegrown kid. I don't think that'll happen.
I think the dynamics is totally different.
Right.
It's not even the same type of dynamics. And by the way, you talking about Chad Savage. I got a picture today from a good friend of mine that's connected with his son plays at Hamilton High School, and that's a lot of guys. You don't know because I know you're out of town, but Hamilton High School is an inner city school in LA, and I heard Chad Savage was around there. And so my thing is, like these guys are hitting the inner city schools, man. Matter of fact, I saw a picture of it, Chad Savage at Hamilton High School today, and I'm just thinking, like, man. By the way, his son is a big time offensive lineman. He's a 3-star, but I think I think they introduced himself to him today, and so that just lets me know that this coaching staff is absolutely moving and grooving. They're not just going to like the modern day inner St. John Bosco, but they're touching all the inner city schools that weren't being touched, and I think that's speaking volumes right now for what's happening with this recruiting.
Let me ask you a question, Jay. Was Uchenna Nwosu, was he highly ranked when he came out of high school?
I'm not even gonna sit here and tell you. He might have been a 3 or 4-star. I can't even remember.
I remember him being a 3-star, right?
Yeah, something like that.
He ended up. What did he go in the 3rd round under draft, or was it the 4th round? One of the two, but maybe even the 5th round. But look at it now, man. Uchenna making a decent living for himself in the league. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey,
so like you were saying earlier,
at USC and in the NFL.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I remember him signing a big contract with the Seahawks. He might be with somebody else now, but like you were saying earlier, man, you can't. The fans can't always expect for them to only grab 5-stars. You have to remember this. Anytime you grab a bunch of 5-stars like that, it's going to be some divas within that room. I'm not saying that we got any, but there's going to be some egos in that room. You need these type of kids to balance it out. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have balance to every situation. So I'm looking for this kid to come in, put the weight on that they're going to ask him to, put on, do everything they ask him to do, man, and watch him push some of these 5-stars to the point to where, hey, look, or 4 or 5-stars to the point to where they have to seriously consider giving this kid some playing time.
No, he's gonna get the other kid too. From Fremont, his name is not coming up to me right now, but the big edge rusher out of Fremont High School.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's an inner city kid, but
he wasn't ranked, right? He wasn't ranked.
No, he was ranked a 3-star. He was ranked a
3-star. Okay.
And I think he might have had
talking about though.
Yeah, I can't. His name is not even coming up.
He kind of similar to the defensive lineman we got now that was highly ranked, and he was more so like a project. He's a basketball player. What's the kid name that's looking at serious playing time now on the D line? Oh,
you're talking about Devin Tompkins.
Yeah. That. You need those, man. You need those.
Devin Tompkins, I think he was a 3-star, man, the basketball player. Right. And man, from what I'm hearing, he's actually might be the best defensive lineman we have right now. And he's really getting after it right now. So, so yeah, no, I totally agree, man. And I think what we're seeing right now from a coaching staff and from a recruiting staff, look, I don't know what these next 7 spots are going to be, but if it's 7 spots, because I mean, like I said, we're 28 spots in, 28 commits. I guess 35 it might be the limit. I'm not sure, but man, I can only imagine if you were to say what positions we need right now, what do you think we need right now as far as this recruiting class? And I need to pull it up real quick.
Probably our offensive line. I think we're addressing the need at linebacker. I know we brought in some offensive linemen, but I will really not so much of the tackles. I mean, from a center perspective, I think we need another 2 solid centers. But I'll close it out with this, Jay, because I know you got some more calls in. As he was at the strongest,
nobody else is some dropped
nobody
off.
Else is on? Okay,
somebody dropped off. But hey, you guys, I'm gonna put the link back in here. You guys can come on in.
Remember this, man. We were at our strongest when we had great linebackers, man. When we had great linebackers, we were at our strongest. You go and look at a lot of these top tier programs that's been winning national championships, man. They had good defensive line, but they were really strong at the linebacker spot and off that edge, man. And that's
Absolutely.
when the last time we were, in the conversation as one of the, leading programs in college football. We were the top dog, but they did they bidding to take us down. We ain't gonna go down that road right now, but we had some stud linebackers, and when in the season we lost all those linebackers. Our record showed, and we went into a decline. That was actually Pete Carroll last season. I think we went like 9-4, something like that. But all of our experienced linebackers were gone. So it looks like to me they're building this class around the defensive line and the linebacker position.
I want everybody to really think, and I got young Tony back in here. I want everybody to really think about something. Tell me, and I want you guys to think about this. You guys in the comments, tell me, when is the last time you saw us recruit linebacker like the way we're recruiting it right now?
Right.
The ones who are crying though. Like, when's the last time we really seen this like this right now?
It hasn't been in a long time, Jake. The last time I think we really recruited linebackers was the year that Pete missed on Manti Te'o and the boy that went to Arizona State, and that's when we started to decline. What was the kid named Vontaze Burfict?
Vontaze Burfict.
Yeah. From Arizona State.
Yeah. So we went after them too hard. We missed on them. And if you notice, every year our defense got worse and worse and worse. Why? Because we didn't have those stud linebackers to come in, fill those gaps, and put some of those put the quarterback on his butt, put the running back on his butt. We didn't have that strong edge, those strong edges. We had a few here and there, but not like we had when Pete was there.
Young Tony, what you think?
No, yeah, I feel, man, I'm just hanging out, but yeah, I feel exactly what B saying. You know what I mean? It's the same, bro. Like, this is big right now. What we doing with the linebackers? Just speaking on the linebackers alone. You know what I mean? Not to mention just the overall momentum in general. Especially locking down home base, but still able to go out nationally and go get the number one linebacker. You feel me?
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. Go get a corner out of Ohio. Go get a running back out of here. And you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I think there were a lot of people, I'm going to try to squeeze this in real quick. They were asking me about a guy reclassifying. Only thing I'm going to say is, because a lot of people keep asking me, texting me about it, but I heard it's a player from California. I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll see what happens. And I heard he plays defense. So we'll see what happens. We should be expecting.
Hey, Tyler, what do you think about, my comment on about, that kid bringing balance to that linebacker room? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. He's bringing balance, bro. He's bringing work ethic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And instead of an ego, he's bringing an attitude that we need from a linebacker's perspective. That boy is a tackling machine. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I seen him play this past season. I seen him play. I think that was Ukaipa. I seen him playing somebody, and man, I think that he had like 15 tackles. Like, the dude was on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you guys, we read the stats to 172 tackles. Was it 172 tackles this year? I think it's 172. Let me pull it up real quick. And this is not normal. Okay, here it is. 174 total tackles this year, 4 sacks, 3 pass breakups. He was the number 3 linebacker in California. Excuse me.
That means he got a high motor. That means he got a real
super high motor. So those are not normal numbers. Well, here's the other part. This was his from his junior highlights. 25th in the nation, 3rd in California, 1st in Southern Section, 174 total tackles, 82 solo tackles, 92 assist tackles, 4 sacks, 3 pass breakups. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy work right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like B was saying, to touch on what B was saying, B, I remember that 2009 recruiting class. We had the number 2 overall recruiting class, but we still missed out on Teo. And that was Matt Barkley in them class. You know what I'm saying? But we still, and it's crazy because we still had the number 2 overall recruiting class that year.
That's right, Tom.
We had TJ McDonald.
Yeah,
and all
we still
them.
had the number 2 recruiting class, but we didn't have those linebackers.
We didn't have those line. We got
We didn't
Devin
have those
Kennard
linebackers.
that year. Yeah, but we didn't have those
Uh-huh.
backers. Yeah.
We didn't have, and that's when we started to decline, man, defensively.
Yeah. Because we only
Hey,
had
Defensively,
like
we started
yeah.
right,
let me
We already have the
this
sanction.
comment says
right.
Logan, if we could pull in 2 more 5 stars, we might have a shot at the number 1 class. Logan, this is a public service
Yeah.
announcement, my brother. This is a public service announcement right now. We got the number 1 class in the country on 3, 24/7
Right.
sports, all of it. No
I don't know
disrespect, but
where
I
he been.
just wanted to share that with you real quick.
Just in case
Yeah,
you didn't know, Logan.
I
Yeah.
don't know where he been for the last 2 weeks. I don't know where he
Yeah.
been at.
Yeah, we good. Leon, what's up with you, Charlie? What's up with you? Keely, hey, good evening, man. How you doing? Johnny, what's the word? Ernesto, this linebacker. No, why would he be a walk-on? Can you hit me in the comments? Let me know. He is
With
a
174 tackles, you want him to walk on? Really?
Walk up.
hey, he is a 3-star linebacker. A 3-star linebacker. He's like a really good linebacker.
Right.
If you get a shot opportunity, go look at his film real quick, and you can find it on the huddle, man. The dude is absolutely a phenomenal player, man. Like, and this is no lie, one of the best linebackers that I've seen in the country. No lie.
Right.
Super fast. Hey, good evening.
He probably more on the tip because I seen somebody else comment like, like what high school did he go to? Like he didn't go to Modern Day or Bosco, and I'm just like,
Right.
bruh. He went to Cajon High School, same high school as your Heisman Trophy winner last year, same high school as starting safety DeMonte Casey for the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Oh,
Hey,
dude,
but you know
like
what?
that's
You
a
know
good
what, Tiny,
program
though?
out there.
You know
hold on
what,
for
Tiny,
one.
for some reason.
Hey, hold on for 1 second. Let me.
Okay.
I see he did. He's saying finish. Okay, my bad. USC James, thanks for your incredible work and keeping fans informed. Hope you. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. We'll see what happens with that. But you're saying finish it. My bad, Logan. You're saying
Oh,
finish
okay.
it for number 1. My
Okay.
apologies. My apologies. I'm sorry. I thought you were okay. Hey, appreciate you, man. Philip, Trojans are on fire. Absolutely. So what were you guys saying?
Yeah, I was saying, but for some reason they think that those are the only kids that can play ball, man. The ones that go to Mater Day and Bosco and Sarah, they think that those are the only kids that can play ball. No, you got other kids around the city that may not have been in that situation, may not have been fortunate enough to go to these camps or to be placed in one of these bust out to one of these programs that that's on
Mm-hmm.
ESPN every day. And for
Oh,
some reason, those kids that come from, situations like that, man, they be hungry. Those are the ones you need on your team, man.
and they be
Those are the
dogs.
ones,
They
they
be
be
dogs.
dogs, man.
Yeah.
And if you notice, very seldom do they get hurt.
Right.
If they do get hurt, you don't want to know it because they out there with a broken finger, busted up ribs, but they still out there getting it. Why? Because they got something to prove, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And unfortunately, we talked about guys. Guys get paid for this too. I mean, well,
Right.
guys paid to get these 5 stars. Some of them. Now, I'm not going to mention a lot of names as far as some of the guys that might have been bust, but you guys could put pretty much think about some of the past players that were supposed to be 5 stars, but the production wasn't there. And for whatever reason, it's like, how did they become 5 stars? That's absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But I would just let people know, man, like B was touching on, we love that we getting our modern day pipeline back. We love Bosco. We not discrediting none of those great programs. All we're saying is that it's kids that's balling at other schools that's just equally as talented, but don't have, maybe they're not playing on TV every day. They're in a city where the mass, unless you're out this way, unless you from out here like me and Jay, you will know where the IE is. Okay, I'm talking about even beyond Corona Centennial. You know what I'm saying? You keep coming down that 10, you keep coming back. Like, look, RJ Summers and them, they from Rancho Cucamonga, same high school as CJ Stroud.
Same high school as Christian Pierce.
Christian Pierce, exactly.
I mean, they got ballers. They got ballers. And what a lot of people don't realize, man, in the early 90s, and I know a lot of you, that's from Southern California, remember this. I know a lot of my people relocated too, but a lot of people relocated from the Southern California area to the IE, Rancho Cucamonga, all that. Like, it's just really a bunch of parents. Some of them, well, it was really kind of before my generation because I started seeing it when I was in junior high school and stuff. A lot of people moving, some people moving to out that area, man. Because I remember Fontana, all of it. So
45 minutes down the freeway, bro.
Yeah.
Just out the way. People was coming from the city, but it is homegrown talent here. This is the same area that produced Anthony Munoz, Ronnie Lott, RJ Sauer. I could keep going on, so
Absolutely.
why it was an inflation coming from LA down to the IE, because it was considered more affordable and all that. It's still a lot of homegrown talent out here too. Sua Cravens went to Vista Marietta. I bet now, if I wouldn't have said what high school he went to, nobody in the chat would have known without Googling it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
actually too, I kind of consider Vegas because a lot of my people, when all that was going to Rancho Cucamonga, I knew a lot of people that was going to Vegas. Some of my people went out there, and then you start seeing, because it wasn't no Bishop Gorman back in the, I mean, you start seeing Bishop Gorman develop into some, and then there was a lot of their people are from, the Southern California area, man, believe it or not.
Vegas is little LA, little San Bernardino.
Yeah,
that's all Vegas is.
It's the extension of LA. Facts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take some more of these calls, fam. I'm gonna drop a few off.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop off, my man. I appreciate you having me on.
Okay, people dropping off.
All right, Brian. With you, my man.
All right, folks. All the time, Brian.
Stephen, what's the word?
What's the deal, USCJ? And they forget some in high school put a couple pros out too. Dante Dion and my boy Jamal Williams out of Fontana, whatever. They did their thing. Dante won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they got ballers, man. They got ballers all over. And we didn't really touch over Southern California. Northern California. I mean, they got things too. But it's talent all over Southern California, man.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That's why a lot of people come out here to come get the talent, because this is where it's at. You can't knock Texas and Florida, but we up there with the same amount of talent as them, if not more, if you ask me.
Well, I always say the proof is in the pudding, and we saw with St. John Bosco when they went to Allen, Texas, a few years ago, what they did to them. We saw what Mater Dei what they did to Duncanville. We saw what Mater Dei did to IMG Academy when they had Bryce Young. We saw what St. John Bosco did to Miami Central. Look, it could go on and on and on. Like these teams are not just beating them because we're from California. We're beating them because the talent is better. The teams that we play, they're supposed to be their best.
Exactly, yeah. And that's how I'm saying. I'm like, man, our talent, it's just ridiculous, man. And just like you said, just this area alone, just Southern California alone, just what I'm saying, we don't really need to go nowhere to go get talent. We're just right here. Be honest with you.
Hey, I'm not gonna step on nobody's toes, bro. But
the South got the boys in the trenches or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we got boys in the trenches and some big boys out here. I hate when they say that. I get what they mean when they say corn-fed, bread or whatever out there. But we got some big boys out this way too, though.
Hey, we got some ballers. But you look at like Malik, what's his last name that committed? He's a big boy. Of course, you got Tom. He's a big boy. But I always say this: it's gotta always be a balance, and it always has been a mixture mixed in. Like Chad Bowden said, he said we're gonna recruit. I think it might have been 80-90% is gonna be from California, and then the rest is gonna be mixed in. That's the same blueprint that Pete Carroll had. And I say it all the time, whether it was linebackers like Keith Rivers coming from the state of Florida, Nelson Aguilar, all these guys from the state of Florida. The running back that came from Florida, Tampa Bay, Buck Allen. So we've had guys, Emmanuel Moody from the state of Texas. We've had a Ronald Jones from the state of Texas. I can go on and on and on. We've had a mixture of players, but the core has always been California. So I agree.
And our Polynesian culture out here is crazy too. We deep in that too. We got a lot of them out here, Samoans and Tongass. So we got it. We for sure got it. And I just feel like this year we are, the way our schedule is set up. I think somebody was talking about, I think it was on 3, they were saying something about our schedule is like we start off with we got Clay Helton on there. We got him in his squad. And who else we got? We start off with what's that other school that we play? But we set up to be like a go 11-1, or I feel like we can be 11-1 this year. I feel like our two toughest games is Notre Dame and I say Oregon. I say because it's at Oregon, and then Notre Dame is always going to give us a tough game. But I don't really feel like Michigan because they bringing in a new quarterback. But let's see what they do, whatever with the transfer they had. But I feel like we're gonna be all right. We're gonna get them though. Yeah. We need that get back.
We need that get back big time. I gotta look at the schedule again. I don't think we play Penn State.
Nah, we got those two lowly games. We got Missouri State, then we got Georgia Southern, like you said, Clay Helton them, and then we go to Purdue. We Michigan State come to us.
Okay,
then, and then we go to Illinois. Then Michigan come to us October 11th, and then who we had after Michigan?
When do we go to Nebraska?
This is my guy, Young Tidy ID Pen. What's going on with you, Brody?
What's up, Stephen? What's up, loved ones?
Man, we got it.
We go to Nebraska November 1st of November. We go to Lincoln. But look, that's a 3-week gauntlet right there. We got Michigan, Notre Dame, then Nebraska.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That Nebraska game, I'm gonna be honest though, like that I'm not worried about the team necessarily, but the environment, all that red they be having and they be getting crazy between them and Wisconsin. Them a couple Big Ten teams, man, that really get it cracking up in there, man. And they be super loud. So
that's a 3-game stretch right there. We got to be locked in, like, you know what I'm saying? And then then come back home for Northwestern before we got Iowa and Oregon. So, like, Michigan come to us, we go to Notre Dame, and then turn around and go to Nebraska. So we go to Notre Dame and Nebraska back to back. No, we got my bad. It's a bye. It's a bye after Notre Dame. Then we go to Nebraska.
Yeah.
So, Mariola can slang that ball, though. I will say that he's on to throw that ball.
He can slang it, but he didn't do a whole lot against us, so I'm not even tripping.
He was a freshman, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. He was a freshman, but I think if you put pressure on him, if you add pressure on him and cause him to escape out the pocket, I just think you put him under distress, man. He to me, sometimes
he crumbled.
He crumbled a little bit. No disrespect to him, but I just think that's how you gotta go. That's how you gotta play him.
Hey, look, I know we got on him earlier. No disrespect, Logan Dow, but I'll be questioning, like, what you saying right now in the chat, bro. Like, you got to stay positive, bro. Are you really a Trojan fan, bro? Like, respectfully. Like, no disrespect, Logan Dow. We all here. We respectful. We got people from other teams in the chat. We don't get on like that over here. Everybody welcome, but like I be like, what is you talking about, bro? Like,
right.
So look. I think.
Real quick, what's the news on Ryder Lyons, man? What's the deal with him? He still undecided.
I don't even
up
know.
In the air.
I think it may be up in the air. From what I'm told, he's leaning USC still. But we'll see. Anything could change.
You know what you said, not to cut you off, but you know what you said that made sense. I hate when On 3 and what is it, 24/7 Sports, where they kind of like they flip the narrative and they try to make it's almost like they put pressure on them just to not come to USC. I think you made a comment like that, like I don't know, a couple of days ago or something.
Yeah,
where they crit the ball.
Yeah, it's the same thing they do with Juju Lewis, man.
You know what else they've been doing? I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay. You know what else they be doing, bro? Like we got all this recruiting momentum, right? And they wait for us to miss out on a recruit to say, headlines like, "Oh, USC misses out on loses big," or the recruiting shock me, like, what I'm saying? But but ain't saying nothing good that we doing. All this recruit momentum we've been having, but y'all quick to say when we quote unquote lose a recruit. Like,
I think the issue is, man, like I told you guys before. Seeing is believing, man. They use social media platforms, man, to really kind of magnify a situation such as a guy their guy that committed to Oregon, which turned out to be an absolute disaster. Yesterday, I mean, he was all in the pool. It was probably 40 degrees. They jumping in the pool, and it was absolutely crazy. And they did that, but then right after that, of course, we had our big time commitment. Of course, you guys heard that his father supposedly didn't even know about that. But nobody's magnified that part of it. I mean, so I think they're trying to do their job. They want to tailor it to the South region. Because most of them are covering the South. Did my screen?
Yeah, they're gonna flip the narrative.
I think my internet is kind of.
Nah, you solid, Jay. You moving?
Oh,
You good?
my screen look like it's froze up on my end. Okay, so look, man, let me answer a couple. Man, my whole screen is
Oh,
froze.
definitely, man. Hey, young tiny man, I hope I run into you soon, though, dog. Hey,
All the time.
USCJ, fight on.
Okay,
All the
family.
time, loved one. All right,
All
fam.
right.
All right, fam.
My screen look froze up.
Nah, you moving, Jay. You solid. Your screen
Wow.
straight up. I see you straight.
Okay. So look, man, I can't believe it. It's not even let me get the chat.
Nah.
It froze up on my end. So look, man.
What's up, Big Roy? Benoist?
I can't even get these comments. Yeah. Wow. So I'm gonna tap in, man. My screen is froze up. My picture is in one place right now. My head turned to the right. It ain't even
you
going
right.
nowhere.
USC priority. You right. That's a 2-game stretch. You right.
Let me see if I can get somebody. I can't even do that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, man, let me get up out of here. My screen is really froze. I can't see it. You can't see it on your end, but I can see it on my end.
No, you good, fam.
I don't even know what that just did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. USC priority. You right, bro.
All right, there we go. There it is now. Okay, I see it now. Okay, yeah, I can hit it now. Anthony, how you doing? I could not see. My screen was froze up for a minute. That's technology. So look, man. Hey, look, if there's nobody else that wants to come on, no, man, my screen was froze on my end. I couldn't do anything.
Jay lost it. Jay lost it.
I couldn't hit anything. So look, man, we just wanted to talk about this brief commitment, man, and just say, look, salute the coaching staff, Ryan. Salute everybody, man, that's a part of this coaching staff, because we've seen a 365-degree turn with this USC program, man, and I really think it's go time, man. Listen, I am not gonna have a video in the morning. This is my third video today. I did one early this morning talking about modern day, the modern day connection is back. Then I did one about the commitment video. So this one's gonna ride all the way to the morning. That's 3 videos a day. I'm lost in the barbecue sauce. You hear me? So look, nobody else is gonna do this. Nobody else is gonna do what I'm doing. I promise you. So look, man.
That's why we appreciate you, fam. Yeah. That's why we appreciate you, loved ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Young Tony, anything else you want to say, man, before we get out of here?
Nah, man, we will fight on, man. Let's stay the course. Hey, shout out to Fine Cutter 215. He all the way from Dublin, Ireland in the chat.
Oh, well, let me see.
He's saying fight on.
Let me see if
I can. Dublin, Ireland.
Roy, how you doing? I'm gonna get some of these comments. All right, Tony, I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm gonna get to these comments and I'm getting out of here.
All the time, loved ones. Fight on.
All right, family. I appreciate you. Roy, how you doing, man? Let me get to these comments. Let me find this one from Ireland, man. And I gotta make sure. Slap happy. I hadn't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? Let me see if I can find this comment. Yeah, absolutely. San Diego's a pipeline. I can't even find it. Oh, here we go. Morning, a big fight on. Oh, this is from Switzerland. Good morning from Switzerland. I appreciate you, Bruce. I gotta find the one from Ireland. Bobby, how you doing? What's up, Jay? I just saw you were up. We had a great day today. Absolutely. Irish recruiting on fire as well. Hey, I appreciate you, Irish fan. But hey, look, we will meet. Yeah, we're absolutely on fire. You're on fire as well as the Irish. I'm trying to find this. No, I ain't go. I'm not saying that. Tyrone Smith, Moreno Valley. Absolutely. Vegas in the house. What's the word? I used to live out there. I used to live in Henderson. Florida and Texas produce more NFL talent than California. We can't argue. I'm not arguing with it, but what I am saying is this. What I'm saying is head-to-head matchup. The proof is in the pudding. We went against St. John Bosco went against Miami Central, beat them. St. John Bosco went to Allen, Texas, beat them. Duncanville came. Well, we went to Modern Day, went to Duncanville, beat them. That's all I'm saying. We beat them. IMG Academy came to Modern Day, beat them. It's simple as that. The proof is in the pudding. Let me get to some of these comments and we out of here. Daniel, how you doing? We got 600 people in here and I can't even find this comment. Alan, when SC starts winning, nobody can deny. Absolutely. We're winning right now. Jamie, what's the word, my man? Don't leave out South OC. Absolutely. We're not leaving out no man left behind. No players left behind. London calling too. USC represents. Hey, here it is right here. USC. No, well, that's not Ireland. But hey, appreciate you as well, my man. I'm trying to find an Ireland. St. John Bosco Modern Day is stacked teams. All those schools recruit heavy though. Duncanville, Allen, all those schools recruit heavy. Chuck, IE is the Dade County of California. I like the way you put that. Absolutely. The Trinity League, Modern Day, and Bosco was built off the IE players. Well, some of those guys come from the inner city as well. So look, man, let me hey, I appreciate everybody for coming on, man. We got about 600 people in here. Listen, everybody that's on Twitter, make sure you go to USCJ on YouTube and make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure you hit share. It's good to have it on Twitter, but I need you guys to help me out in the algorithms on YouTube. Go to USCJ on YouTube and make sure you hit subscribe. Hit the notification bells. Everybody that comes on, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I'm out of here, man. God bless everybody, man. Until later on, fight on, fight on, fight on.